truth. It's not just policy difference. Those three Republicans, they truly do want to improve the lot and life of the American people. Those two Democratic women do not give a flip about what you want and what your dreams are. They just believe that they need to rule over you and force you to do what they think is best for you. Period. Big difference. Now, I want you to remember that, and I'm going to keep reminding you of it until November 2016 rolls around. I mean, just look at all the lies that Hillary Clinton has told up until this point. Look at the lies that Elizabeth Warren told. I mean, look at the hypocrisy. She's out there talking about, well, you know, people, rich people. I just find it funny. And not in a humorous way, that you have all these liberals running around talking about rich people this, rich people that, you know, rich people need to do this, and they're out there, they're rich themselves financially, and they're doing everything they possibly can to reduce their tax burden, yet they want the rest of us to pay more. But, you know, evil rich people. Well, hey, you're rich. And Elizabeth, you lied to get your position. Plain and simple. We know you did, because you told us what you said, and it was a lie. So keep that in mind as we go to this hot air story about Hillary Clinton. You know, some people are thinking that, well, this is just a new. This story is new. It's just another attempt at the Republicans to try to discredit. No, it's not another attempt about her emails, about the State Department, and about her server. Look, Congress has been asking since December of 2012 about Hillary's and other State Department employees' private emails that they were email accounts that they were using to do official government business on and through. They have been asking since December of 2012 to get these emails. And they have obfuscated and delayed since December of 2012. Now, what is the date today? It is mid-April 2015. So you're looking at, let's do the math. 12 and 15 is what? 3. So 2.5 years. They have been asking for this woman's cooperation in emails. For 2.5 years. She has been hiding, lying, and hiding. And this is the type of person that some on the left think that we need to elect as president of the greatest nation on this planet has ever seen. The query. Now, Congress has asked Hillary in December 2012 about her private emails. The query was posed to Mrs. Clinton on December 13th, 2012. In a letter from Representative Darrell Issa, depending on which part of the country you come from, the Republican chairman of the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Now, Mr. Issa was leading an investigation into how the Obama administration handled its official use of personal email. Have you or any senior agency official ever used a personal email account to conduct official business? Mr. Issa wrote to Mrs. Clinton. If so, he says, please identify the account or accounts used. Mr. Issa also asked Mrs. Clinton, does the agency require employees to certify on a periodic basis or at the end of their employment with the agency that they have turned over any communications involving official business that they have sent or received using non-official accounts? Mr. Isa's letter also sought written documentation of the department's policies for the use of personal email for government business. Mrs. Clinton left the State Department on February 1st, 2013. 7 weeks after the letter was sent to her. So she had plenty of time to answer the letter. And yet she chose not to do it. So you got to wonder what this woman was trying to hide. What is she still trying to hide? Look, you only hide stuff when you realize, hey, there's some stuff in there that can be incriminating to me. So in those emails are possible stuff that might incriminate her on real crimes and misdemeanors while serving as Secretary of State. I mean, this is not something that people should just look at lightly. Oh, you just want emails. This is not something that needs to be taken lightly. And this is not something that even the lamestream media should let go. Look, if they want a female president, they've got another one in the wings. All they got to do is just say, hey, Elizabeth, why don't you come on over and join the race? We'll take care of Hillary. And they need to be out there asking her these questions. Mrs. Clinton, why haven't you turned over the emails? Mrs. Clinton, what is it that you think that you're hiding in the emails? Mrs. Clinton, do you think that you could be in legal trouble if you turned over these email accounts? Mrs. Clinton, why have you not turned over the emails at congressional request? Mrs. Clinton, what are all of the accounts private accounts that were used to conduct official business, which is against federal law? Mrs. Clinton, why did you break federal law with these private email accounts? Mrs. Clinton, why won't you answer any of our questions? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is why people will not want to be interviewed on my show. This is why I do not do a lot of interviews. Because when I ask a question, I fully expect an answer. I expect a full, complete, and honest answer, not some stupid, because I was, example, Megyn Kelly with Deborah Wasserman Schultz on the abortion issue. Well, Megyn Kelly wasn't taking any of her non-answer crap. She asked, hey, but I'm not going to be nice like even Megyn Kelly is and try to ask the same question in a different way. I'm going to ask it in the exact same way. And then after about the third time, I'm going to say, look, this is the third time I'm asking you this question. Why won't you answer it? Look, I mean, there's just no way in hell that you're not going to answer. You're not going to answer me. There's no way. You are going to answer, or I'm going to make your life on my show miserable. And I will show the world, to all my listeners, that you're refusing to answer a simple question. Because if you tell the truth, yeah, the answer's, the question is simple if you're out there trying to tell the truth. The only time it becomes complicated, overly complicated, is when you're trying to lie and hide. The only time you're trying to redirect the answer is when you're trying to lie and hide. Plain and simple. So, Mrs. Clinton, where are the emails now? Why did you destroy your server? Why was your server erased? Why was your server, why was it tampered with? Why was it messed with? Why was it taken someplace that nobody could get to it? Why did you not turn it over when you had the ability to turn it over? I mean, it was your private server, your private email server, and you were the Secretary of State, so it's not like you couldn't get to it. I'd be asking these questions, but then again, we're talking the lamestream media, whose only agenda is to defeat the Republicans. And if they have to lie, cheat, steal, or kill in order to do it, then so be it. So you have to ask yourself, do you want liberals to be, liberal Democrats to be only major dominant party in this country. Is that what you want? I know some of you on the left, you're saying, yeah, Rod, because they got it right. They're the best ones. They got it right, man. Yeah, they got it right. I'm telling you right now, they don't have it right. They're not the best people to run this country. Mrs. Clinton is not the best person for the job. But she's out there early to try, because she needs all that time to convince you that she is. Look, when you tell the truth, you're just going to be who you are. Your qualifications and your abilities are going to come shining through. You're not going to have to try to fake stuff and make stuff up. The fake it till you make it thing, that might work for people who are starting a business. And they have to have a certain mentality to believe that they're already a success while they're on their way to creating success. Doesn't work for politicians. You can't pretend that you're some all-powerful, godlike creature who's in public office and only answers to yourself. That's not how you fake it. You don't get to pretend that you're president when you're not. You don't get to pretend you're a senator when you're not. You don't get to pretend you're a representative in the House when you're not. You don't get to pretend that you're governor when you're not. That's not faking it till you make it. That's just plain lying and fakery. Plain and simple. People have to understand that we cannot afford to put people like that in places of high office. That takes a lot of trust. You need trustworthy people. I don't care if they're a Democrat or a Republican. You need to have trustworthy people in offices of power, because otherwise they'll be like Obama and they will abuse it and make our lives, the citizens, the people who have to live out here every day, miserable. I'm Rod Eccles. The end of the show to the day. You've been listening to The Rod Eccles Show. I'm out.